B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natzliach. We said that in Selichot, our goal, when we read the most important, crucial part of the 13 attributes of God, is not only to give lip service, but to become godly, to actually practically incorporate these 13 attributes into our being and become a personification. And therefore, there's a whole book written by the Arizal's Rebbe, the Ramak, Rav Moshe Tomer Devorah, that goes to explain each one of these 13 attributes. So the first attribute is Kel, which means that God has an unlimited amount of patience. As we know, patience is the greatest of virtues, and when one gets angry, he makes many miscalculations and terrible mistakes, some of them that he could never patch up. He says over here, it's unfathomable how patient the Almighty Creator is, because God knows everything and sees everything, and there's not 1 second that He's not sustaining us. As a great religious scientist said, what's keeping the atoms together and the electrons to orbit around the atom? This is the presence of the Shekhinah, God's presence in the world. If God removes His presence for 1 second, the whole world falls apart. So when a person is about to sin, he's doing so with the power that God invested in him. And at that second, when the person is, God forbid, even cursing at God or doing the worst sinister sin, God could just cut off His supply of energy like He did to Yeravam ben Nevat. And when Yeravam wanted to hit the prophet and his hands dried up and he wasn't able to walk or talk, he became like a frozen stone. So technically, anytime we want to rebel and do negative things, God could do that to us. But yet God continues in His ultimate benevolence and unlimited kindness that is unfathomable, billions or perhaps even trillions of times a day, so many different human beings. God invests in us so much health and wealth and power, and instead of listening to Him, we use it in a negative way and rebel against Him. Yet God continues His goodness and His kindness to us. This is something that is mind-blowing amount of patience that God has. And this is the first of the 13. And the great Telzer Rosh Hashiva just brings down, how does this manifest in a practical carrying out of one of the mitzvot of the Torah? Practically, the Ramak says, Rav Moshe Tomer Devorah says that, and I'll read it verbatim, that what this means to us in our life is that in kol zeh ata naluv ad she'yeshuv b'tshuva. A person has to be tremendously patient with his friends and community and co-workers. And even if somebody embarrasses us and is rebelling against us, we shouldn't just cut the person off and throw him into the trash. And this is manifested in one of the most difficult commandments of the Torah. The Reishet Chochmah says that we can't take revenge or bear a grudge. So the Reishet Chochmah says this mitzvah is only possible if one is humble and one has incorporated the first of the 13 attributes of mercy, which is being patient, accepting disgrace, even still continuing to help others, even in the face when people use our help and rebel and contradict us.